Hello. I'm doing a day in the life thing. And I recently became Facebook friends with Elizabeth Smith because she's so awesome. I love her. She's so sweet and funny. And we have a lot in common. And I think I'm overdoing it a little bit because I was so excited that she wanted to be my Facebook friend that, like, I'm commenting on everything she posts. I'm like, oh my god, I really like it too. And then I'm like, oh, I'm probably coming off as some really creepy person who's like overly obsessed with her. I'm not obsessed, I'm just really excited. I got a pretty interesting response from my kryptonite video that I did. That was fun. I had a lot of fun doing that. I don't know what was wrong with me. I was in such a crazy mood and decided that it would be a really awesome idea to write a song. But first, Warm Bodies. I want to see it so bad. I thought, what could be better than a love story and zombies? Seriously. Me and my husband love zombie movies. And I thought it'd be perfect because it's like, you get kind of like the romance, lovey part for the girls. And then, although I really like zombies too, get the kind of cool zombie thing for the guys. I talked 28 days later and 28 weeks later are not zombie films. I'm sorry. People keep putting them in the zombie genre. They're not zombies because they're not technically dead. They get infected and they don't die because, okay, I was watching this documentary and it was all about zombies, and one of the first things they depicted or talked about was 28 days later and how it was sort of like breaking through when it comes to post-apocalyptic zombie films. And I'm like, it's not a zombie film. They don't die, they become infected, they become enraged, and they literally, like, they even say in the movie that they die like any regular person. It takes them 7 days without food or water to expire. They're epidemic films. I guess it depends on if you're talking about a different kind of zombie. If you're talking about like a mindless drone, but they're technically still alive, then I might see where you're coming from. But in the overall sense of zombie, it's usually someone who has died and then the body reanimates, leaving only the most simplest of functions, which is pretty much walking and eating. That's about it. Okay, that was a really long and pointless rant, but it bothers me sometimes. My son's watching TV and getting into the cabinets when he's not supposed to. My coffee mug. Darth Vader. He's a menace. It's actually technically my husband's mug, but he doesn't drink coffee, so I stole it. Crumbs in the butter.
Need a good reason to change shampoo? I'll give you 5.
That's a little inside joke with me and my friend Amanda. There's this movie called Alice. I think technically it's a miniseries, but we love that movie, mainly because this actor, Andrew Lee Potts, so adorable and amazing. I love him, which is awesome because my husband's name is Andrew Lee Hammers, so I'm like, Potts and Hammers, they don't really go together, but they break things. Hammers break the pots. I don't know where I was going with that, but there's Andrew Lees, and apparently there's a lot of Andrew Lees though. In fact, a friend of mine's husband is also an Andrew Lee, so yay. It's pretty common. Very pretty common. Anyway, so we watched this movie and there's this line that his character throws out because he's the Mad Hatter, but he's just called Hatter in the movie. And he's like, crumbs in the butter. And when we were on a road trip to Pittsburgh, we were so slap happy that we just kept saying that line over and over again. Crumbs in the butter. I want to go to the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. I really do, I really do. I don't think I'm ever going to have the money to go to it. I was actually looking at the tickets. Just for a day, it's like $88 for a child and like $90 for an adult. And that's like each person, and there's 4 of us. I'm like, it's never going to happen. Unless I just, for some reason, win the lottery, which would be awesome, but really don't see that happening. Or I become famous overnight, but I don't really see that happening either. I'm never gonna go to the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. I really wanna go. It'd be cool. I would totally dress up like a witch and be like, Expelliarmus! I even have a wand. I made a wand. I made a wand for my daughter. I whittled it, sort of. Carved it. I carved it. It was supposed to be a dragon head on the bottom, but everyone tells me it looks like a wolf, so it's worth it. My own wand. Actually, I had this ring that I couldn't wear because I'm allergic to nickel and a lot of cheap metals. So, and it was kind of falling apart anyway, so I broke off the like ring part because it's kind of like one of those cool long ones, which really sucked because I really wanted to wear it. And glued the, ring part to, I'm flipping you off, I'm sorry, and glued it to, like, the handle, and so it's kind of like you put on your thumb, it's like a thumb base, and I glued a little, what do you call it, like pebble stone to the bottom of it, and I burned it, like it was, like, originally, like, this kind of, like, beige color, because it's like, clean wood, and I, like, burn treated it with just a lighter, and, so now it's, like, really cool, and I do a lot of weird stuff like that. I don't know why. I collect odd things. Like, I have all these jars of different kinds of spices, but they're, like, from the early 1900s. They're not really, but it seems like it. I got them from my grandmother-in-law, and they're just really, really old, and I'm sure they probably don't taste very good anymore, and I don't want to use them, but they come in these really awesome jars, so I just keep them and I use them as a decoration. I have a lot of stuff like that. I'll show you. I have tons and tons of random. Okay, so here's some of cool stuff. Little knick-knack. Don't touch my computer, Ivan. Babies. It's Frodo Baggins! Frodo Shire Baggins! Here's some really cool pencils that I got from, I believe, TJ Maxx, that I'm going to use for the Hobbit party I'm having. It's technically a Lord of the Rings party, but, so it's like you can be an elf, it doesn't matter, but I just like calling it Hobbit party because it makes me happy. Here's some cool Legos that my friend got me. I have, well, you can't see that he's holding the fish. He was supposed to be laying down, but you can't see his fish. So basically, I'm having it to where Sam and Frodo steal Gollum's fish, and so he's like, give it back, but they're running away with it. And Frodo's leaving him behind because he's a jerk. I don't know why I decided to make him a jerk, but he is. Here's some cool fairy cards. They're actually envelopes and cards in here, so if I ever want to write a thank you note or something to somebody, I got some pretty, and there's different kinds, but I may or may not show you that later. Here's a nifty box that I got actually from a friend's yard sale. It was, I think, kind of an heirloom, but she just didn't have a use for it, so I think I paid like 50 cents for it, or I traded her with something of mine. Like, we dropped off some of our stuff so that she could sell and keep the money, but I traded a couple things because I was like, I really want that. Here's a cool owl thingy that my friend Amanda found when we went to a flea market, and I totally bought it with my random pockets of change that I happen to have on me at the time. This was a rock I found in my yard that was just really freaking cool, and I was like, this should be in my house because it's awesome. A random vase with some fake flowers from way back from my wedding. Oh, and these are little, okay, I'm probably gonna, I don't know if people will find this cool or not, but for my costume for Halloween last year, I made, like, twig and feather, I don't know if you could tell, twig and feather clips to put in my hair. And I haven't really used them since Halloween, mainly because I don't know, I feel like I'd be a weird looking lady, but I made another feather one, and I had a little stick one, right here. You can't see it, I can't get it out, but there's a little stick one here too. But yeah, I made little weird stick thing clips. Can you not break my computer, maybe? My son's being a pest. Here's a cool little skeleton thing. I don't even really know what it is. We got it like 3 years ago, and it's just really cool. It's a little skeleton dude inside of, and you turn it, and it's the side of him, and the back of him, and the other side. It's just really cool. I like it. These are little clay turtle whistles that my husband and his older brother had made when they were kids, and I thought they were really cool, so I kept them out. I have so much random crap in my house. As you can see, I'm a complete knick-knack lady. This is a jar of buttons. Really cool buttons that I decided to keep. You know, you like find an awesome button and you're like, ooh, I could use that on something, but I just haven't found the right thing for it yet. Here's all those spice jars I was talking about. Lots and lots of spice jars. Like, ones I've never even heard of. Well, these I have, but coriander, roast meat seasoning, poultry seasoning, thyme. I've never heard of thyme. If you know what that is, please let me know, because I don't know what that is. Dill seed, I'm assuming it's part of a dill pickle or something? I don't know. Also, I got these really cool wooden bowls. I got... Aww, Ivan, why? He got my toast crumbs all over him. You are a little turd. Okay, so I cleaned up the crumb mess. Hey! Stay! Stop it! Quit getting in everything! You're making my living room a mess. There's no point in cleaning when you have kids. There really isn't. It's my husband! Oh, look at his mustache. It's so glorious. You didn't shave. As you can tell, I really like my husband's mustache. Even though it's a pain in the ass to kiss. Next up. This is actually a steam gauge for a moped. And I think my husband's going to steampunk one of his mopeds that he has. Oh, my husband made this in high school. Isn't it cool?
Elementary.
Elementary school? Really? I like that. I think it's nifty. This is a jar full of random metals and like cogs and stuff that I'm going to use for steampunking. I'm hoping to steampunk this old frame that I have, but I can't find the spray paint that I was. These are some fairy cards, which are kind of like tarot cards, like you can read people's future, but I like them because they never give you negative feedback. It's always positive reinforcement sort of thing. Wow, everything over here is really dusty. That's actually a scrying globe ball thing that I got from my sister a couple of years ago. I tried using it, but I don't really like to, mainly because it's, from what I hear, it's easy to, wow, it's really dusty, sort of contact the dead, and I don't want to open up a door to the spirit world because ghosts scare the crap out of me. So as much as I could stay away from that, so I just kind of have it as a decoration because it's really cute. It is pretty cool. I used it once or twice, and the two things I saw a wolf and I saw a white horse, and I didn't know if it meant that the horse, I have no idea what the wolf meant, but I think the horse meant like it was going to be a white winter that year, and it was, so I don't think I could predict the future or anything though. It's a cool shell. I don't know where I got that. I think it was my dad's. It's a pretty pretty vase with some fake flowers that I got a couple years ago. It's cute little like Asian gnome. I love him because he looks like an Asian hobbit, so I was like, he needs to stay out. Cause I sort of decorate for the hobbit party, but pretty much my house is hobbit-esque anyway. Ooh, Sailor Moon. I love Sailor Moon. I grew up watching it as a kid and everything. Cool rocks that I found outside. A dried up rose. This cool little thingy. It's a little, like, box, butterfly box. I don't have anything in it, but it's pretty nifty. My sister gave me that. Oh, I don't know if you noticed, I do have these little, I have 3 of them. One there, one here that I've been using as a kind of podium thing for my camera, and then one that Frodo's sitting on. They were originally just plain white. I took a black crown and just sort of like rubbed over it to give it that sort of like vintagey sort of look. And I really like it. I think it looks cool. This is actually a book box. I love book boxes. I think they're so freaking cool. My friend Amanda had given me this one. She had painted it and put these cool stickers on them. And I use it for little notes that my sister Greta sends me every Christmas. She like sends me a gift because she lives in Indianapolis, and sends me like little notes in them, and I think they're so cute. I love their little notes. And I got this cool little bracelet that my grandmother-in-law and grandfather-in-law got for my dog. Got these cute little like Beauty and the Beast book and a little Cinderella book. They're so cute. They're little. I've had those since I was I want to say like 12 maybe. My mom and I found them at a store and we thought they were really cute, so we bought them. And then if you see that book, it's actually a scrapbook of just a lot of random like artsy pictures that I found in magazines and pasted them in there, but that's a long ordeal. Maybe I'll do a video about that if people care enough. Here's my cool leaf plates, which I've shown in a previous video.